So I fell asleep. Um, I guess this would be entry two. My hair is still wet from this morning. So I was feeling a little bit better this morning, and I decided to get in some work and do some self care. So I gave myself a honey facial, and I used my little blend that I like to make with oregano oil and honey as a moisturizer for a little while. I guess that took me out because after that, I fell asleep. And I kind of woke up briefly, and I was on social media, and I saw everybody was talking about that Soul movie, so I started watching that, but then I fell asleep, and so I just was asleep, and I got up, washed my face. I was like, no, no, no. We can't sleep all Sunday, but then I was like, yes, yeah, we can. You don't feel well. Even though I'm experiencing some breast pain right now, I think the lesson in it for me was to take the piercing out and to have some self care. My birthday is on Thursday. I'm gonna be bringing that up a little bit for the next few days, because I'm turning 40, and I'm excited about 40. I'm very excited about 40. But I told you guys I would tell you why I got my nipples pierced in the first place. So this would be the nipple piercing story. And it seems like we're having some, I guess you could say, I don't want to say drama, but I feel like propping this up. I don't have my little proper thing. Actually, I do. Look what I got. I got one of these guys. But I think it's so weird to put this on your neck. It's just weird. But let's try it. Let's see. Can it go sideways? It can go sideways too. This is very interesting to me. I like tech and things like that. I really do. I love technology and all the wonderful, fun things it can do and keep you safe things. But some of this other stuff this is too much. What is that? Am I supposed to I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. This seems a bit different to me. I would not be able to talk to you guys like this. But I could hold it. I could put it between my thighs. I could be like a little thigh squeezer. Okay, I'm doing way too much. Okay, so I guess you guys are seeing my personality. I can be a little, I'm way more spontaneous than I let off, unbeknownst to a lot of the people around me. Some of the people around me think I'm kind of stuffy and very I'm just very self-controlled. I'm very self-controlled and self-willed. I feel like I should be doing some crunches. That kind of hurt my titty a little bit. Okay, so back to the story of nipple piercings. I feel like I'm in my own hospital bed telling about the rebirth of my left nipple. Doom, doom, doom. So I had went through a stage in life where I felt like my love, the kind of love I give, I'm going to do this differently, was unappreciated, right? Oh, that's kind of good. So, because I'm just chilling. So I felt like the kind of love I give was unappreciated, and I'm feeling all, what's the point of loving people and being kind and sweet and generous if they're just gonna fuck you over? And then there's the whole nice guys finish last crap. Oh, this is nice. It's on these thick ass thighs over here. Okay, so yeah, so it's what's the point of all of that? What's the point of all of that if people just gonna be shitty to you anyway? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I was this was at a time too with dealing with symbology and things like that. And I had started being, I guess you could say, seduced in a way by that energy that is the heart, the imagery you see. People have tattoos with like a heart, and it has like daggers through it, or icicles, or anything pierced in the heart. And it's like, that seemed like that would hurt. But then as a symbol on some real base level shit, I was like, but they living though. They got a whole heart with a damn thorn through it, but they alive. They well. And I noticed a lot of the people who had this type of symbology or was expressing this type of energy seem to be people who, for lack of a better word, seem to be in touch with their inner bitch, or like nobody's not taking advantage of them type people. And I felt like I had the extreme opposite of that. So it was kind of like me comparing and judging that if you're tough and if you're bitchy, then no one's not going to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So I started going through it. Somebody came out the room. I started going. I probably look scared as hell just now. Like, the fuck? Hey, darling. I'm just doing my YouTube journaling today. Is your back? You watch too many chiropractic videos. You need your back snapped.
No, that happens to me sometimes. My back starts hurting.
Was you sitting down slouching?
It doesn't happen often.
You should stretch. Okay, that's me being a total mom. So anyway, yeah, so me making this connection with people who have these like toughened, cold, pierced hearts, they're like more assertive. You can't just push them over. You can't just say whatever you want to say to them. You can't do whatever you want to do to them. They seem to be more in charge of their life, in my perspective. Contrasting, what I was doing seemingly, which was being free and love, and I'm just naturally poly. So I'm like big on like, I trust you till you give me a reason not to trust you, and then even then I'm still gonna fuck with you. I'll be like, I just can't trust you around this, that, and her or him, but I still love you. Still got value to me. But that type of love is like, the humans ain't with that shit. That's a whole nother conversation, but. So I figured I would like make my heart cold and icy and pierced. And I did that, and then I met this wonderful man. We'll call him the Lizard King. I met the Lizard King, and he was just so sweet to me. He was always so good to me. And I didn't know what the hell to do with that when I first, encountered that, to be very honest with you. Anywho, the Lizard King proceeded to love on me and was like, I can't believe you think you got a cold heart. And I was like, yeah. And I proceeded to be very cold-hearted towards the Lizard King. Long story short, that relationship went in, out. It's still transforming. We're still very, very dear to one another in real time. But so with him, it just was like, no, I want some love. And then within that relationship changing and us not dating or being an item for a period of time, we both started to see other people and things like that. And I realized I want some love. I don't want this cold heart. I don't want a cold heart. and so like I decided to go on the journey of the heart, healing my heart. And ooh, child, I did. We're going to have so much to unpack with the healing of the heart. But we're talking about why I got my nipples pierced. So, in wanting to stay focused, because I can get a little distracted. I can be a little bit like here, there, and everywhere. And so, I was like, I love ritual. I love creating a process of being and thinking. And like, I'm wondering if I should look at the camera, because that might be better for you guys. I'd be looking up there at the screen, not even directly at myself all the way. So I was just like, I need something that's not going to distract me from this great focus of being heart-centered, because clearly I'm very heart-centered anyway, but I need to make sure that my discernment can support my heart, that I'm making proper choices to support and love and secure this unconditional, ever evolving, ever transforming type of being that I am. And that sometimes being transactional is good for me. It's safe, but I thrive better when I can be like just flow and free in my unconditional essence. And I'm learning how to do that. I'm learning what that really looks like and how that flows for me. So I think I'm getting really good at it. So in creating a ritual for that, I wanted something that was going to like cement itself into my being. So that the next lifetime, hopefully there's not one, but if there is one, the self-love is intact. Like, I don't want another self-love journey. The self-love journey is like, it's probably just as tough as the self-knowledge journey, which also seemed to be all encompassed in a certain kind of way. Anywho, I decided that the part of the ritual that would be forever burning, forever an example, a reminder, if you will, was getting my nipples pierced. Heart centered, breastfeed from them, kind of like cutting off to, I think, other people feeding for them. No babies, no men. These are my nipples. They exist for me. They're connected to that heart space, that heart chakra, if you will. And I want complete governance, control, embodiment, just wonderful being in that area. And I want that to radiate out through me and through my existence and through my life and my experiences and to the people I meet and the animals I greet. So I got my nipples pierced. I got both of them done. I got it done in Augusta, Georgia. I don't even remember the year. I know this February should make it like 2 years or a year and a half. I don't know anymore. I don't think time is not always linear for me. So sometimes to go back and think of stuff, which means I probably should record more because that means when I get older, I'll be like, I remember a time when, and it'd be like, nigga, you was 15. It was like 1996. Like, so yeah, I got my nipples pierced as part of a self ritual to be more focused in love and self care and being the love that I am, being the love that I express, being the love that I receive, because I believe it's all one and the same. And yeah, I've been on the journey of the heart for a minute now. I say that like forever. No, it's been couple years now. And I still feel like I'm tiptoeing around the doorway, to be honest. I don't even feel like I walked in that bitch yet. So, yeah. So that's why I got my nipples pierced. I wanted to share that. I don't think I ever quite was as transparent as that, as flat as that. Just this is why I got it done. Some people know that, but not a lot of people know that. I don't think a lot of people even know about ritual in that sense of creating your own. But anyway, to wrap this all up, and now I only have one piercing. The left one decided that it was like, okay, and then think about what the left side means, the left side, that, and that one seemed to be inflamed and upset and angry, and it's like, ooh, more self-love, like, oh God, I gotta really get into this femininity thing, or my femininity rather. And so it was interesting that the one of the biggest, I guess you could say, this lesson is coming up very strong right now, is self-care and self-love, self-appreciation. So that means not bearing through the pain of the nipple and everything, being all swollen and hurt and being like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna get through this pain. And it was like, no, I'm in pain. What if this thing can get infected? What if it could do some weird stuff? Let me take it out. And it was an act of self-love, and I felt really good because it had happened 2 other cycles. And I said, if it happens a third cycle, I'm going to take this as a clear indication to get it out. These are not for, I didn't get them pierced for vanity. I got them pierced for spirituality. So I feel good. I feel really good. I'm kind of happy to have a nipple back because I love my nipples. But yeah, so yeah, that's why I got my nipples pierced, and that's what's going on. I'm probably going to do another video about where I'm at now with my pain and what I think is going on and why I'm having these long ass periods. So, and by long I mean like 6 days, like almost a whole seventh day. I say 7 days because I feel like after your period goes off as a woman, you should take some time to, like, let yourself fully like just be as a woman, if you know what I mean, and then take your sacred baths and all that. That's my process. But you guys, this is another entry into chaotic transparencies. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Later.